raw and rugged. I wouldn't necessarily align myself to specific genres. I'd keep it quite broad, so anything between house and garage. Um, but expect big drums, big bass lines, and tracks that match different moods and different energies.
So how would you describe your sound?
So it could be anywhere between house and garage. I'd like to keep it broad. I don't want to pigeonhole, especially because I have some real kind of forward-looking ideas around the label where ultimately, if the track has good drums, a good bass line, those are the things that I care about the most in my music. So when I'm listening to other people's music and potentially incorporating them into the label, that's what I'm looking out for. So raw and rugged, and yeah, just hard hitting.
So how would you describe your sound?
The sound for the label would be raw and rugged. In terms of genre, I wouldn't pigeonhole and say, it's got to be in house or it's got to be in garage. I think it could be across both of those. The drums need to be well programmed, a really nice sort of bass line in those sort. So the sound for the label can be anything between sort of house and garage. I wouldn't necessarily want to pigeonhole it and restrict the label. But by definition, the drums would need to be sort of raw, rugged, well programmed, bass lines, very solid sort of bass lines. But yeah, I couldn't necessarily pin it down to a particular genre. I think that would be quite unfair. The sound can range anywhere between house and garage. I'll keep it that broad. I don't really want the music to be pigeonholed, especially if, further on down the line I start developing maybe a slightly different sound. I want it to also be part of that. So, important elements of tech house will definitely be incorporated into it. I think as long as the tracks have good drum programming, bass lines are really solid, raw and rugged, that's the kind of theme around the label for sure.